You may have noticed that Darnell and I have a little bit of a new look for November. And we did this for a reason, not because I wanted to get emails of people saying, what are you doing? And it's not to compete with Patrick Dempsey for Sexiest Man Alive. We're pretty much out of the running there.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for the beers, DB.
Yep, there's a good reason. And we're recognizing No Shave November, and it's designed to encourage men's health screening. So I decided to get my checkup, and I want you guys to take a look. We've all heard the old cliche, what you don't know won't hurt you. Well, that can't be furthest from the truth, especially when it comes to men's health. Most men dread going to the doctor's office. And according to a study by the Cleveland Clinic, nearly 60% of men do not regularly see a doctor for preventative care unless they're seriously ill. And black men are less likely than any other ethnic group to schedule regular doctor visits. However, they have the lowest life expectancy and the highest death rates compared to both men and women of other racial and ethnic groups. The reasons why? Just too busy. They're afraid of what medical condition might be discovered, or just not sick enough, or the discomfort of the exam. It was time for my yearly physical, and since it's No Shave November, I thought I'd bring you along for my visit with my primary care physician. Dr. David Chris says the reasons black men should get physical exams are
because you want to be proactive, you want to be ahead of the game, and when we talk about what we normally do on a physical examination is to check your risk factors.
Those risk factors are associated with hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, and prostate cancer, chronic diseases that black men are more predisposed to.
Hypertension tends to run in families. In fact, that's the most common cause of it, primary central hypertension. So you want to be aware of that risk factor in your family. And diabetes is the same thing. You know, it tends to run in families. That's type 2 diabetes. And that's a genetic component, and you want to be aware of that family history for sure. The more you know about your family history, and if we can identify lifestyle risk factors, we can really treat these issues successfully.
Dr. Chris says it's not difficult to stay on top of your health.
Just like you maintain your car, you have to maintain this machine as well. If you think about it, when you talk about risk factors for not only prostate cancer or cardiovascular disease, it only takes about 15 minutes to get everything checked. Yeah, 15 minutes is it, man. And you don't think about it. You think you're going to be there long. 15 minutes can save your life. So I'll be talking to a doctor later on today, as well as a patient who's dealing with a prostate issue, just to kind of reiterate this thing later on.
That's coming up in our 7 o'clock hour. I'm very glad that you brought attention to this. Everybody should know. My dad had prostate cancer, and it kind of woke me up to the fact that I got checked for that. But you didn't even hit on the colorectal cancer screenings that men of a certain age, no matter what race you are, to get that checked as well. It's always great to keep this on the top of mind.
Absolutely.